We are back for round 2, and we have an interesting hand on the play, because if we want to drop Bellows Lizard turn 1, then we have to drop the Guild Gate later. But that still seems better, because we can just Pursuit of Flight it up, then pump next turn and play the Guild Gate if necessary. It's certainly not a mulligan. Alternatively, we could Guild Gate first, but then the Lizard loses some of its value, and I feel like with this hand we are going to have time to drop the Guild Gate at some point. Now, Rakdos Kekla changes things, because it gives us a turn to drop the Guild Gate and add 2 more power to the board. Also against red, having a 4-4 is just so much better than only a 3-3. Here, I feel like Stab Wounding as a way to keep up the tempo, and we might be able to punish him if he doesn't have a drop at some point. That's what I expected to happen, which is why I attacked with both, and that allows us to get a big Splatter Thug into play. If he blocks the Lizard, then it's worse, because we can't spend our turn profitably, but that's fine. Okay, that's unfortunate. Now, drawing this is very good again. Interesting dynamics here. Probably should have attacked first, but also probably doesn't matter. And once again, Perilous Shadow should prove to be quite good here. Frostburn Weird is not a real alternative, I feel like. If he has something, something really good, then we still have the Assassin Strike hopefully at some point. But we'll have to wait on that. I am going to drop my lands though. Could have attacked with the Lizard, but I wanted to get down Frostburn Weird. Breaking the Lizard at 3-3 means that I always have to spend mana to pump it, which isn't what I want to be doing. So now Bellows Lizard can just trade for Void Wielder, and Frostburn Weird doesn't trade that well. It basically doesn't trade with the Void Wielder, so going to see what happens when I attack with just the Lizard. Of course I might run into some kind of trick here, but I'm only risking my worst creature, so it's not really a big deal. Opponent still has a lot of cards in hand, so you have to be quite wary of whatever that could be. Hypersonic Dragon is a good card. And he does attack, which is interesting. I wouldn't have thought that he could afford to, but well, he doesn't want to trade these off either, so. Now I need to attack first. If if I want to push through damage, because if I assassin strike first, then he's just going to block with Lava Crew. So going to try to get through some points here. And he blocks, which is unfortunate. I think that getting rid of Hypersonic Dragon is very important, but if this just works, it's also fine. But I'm scared of, once again, cards like Electric Rio Bounce just wasting my whole turn. It's also important to note that he could have some kind of sorceries. Well, this kind of looks like he's expecting it to die, but I'm still not buying it. Our island would be insane once again. That's also okay. Which means that we might be able to attack. Yeah, let's see if it resolves. And we aren't going to unleash it because of Stealer of Secrets. And I think I'm going to try to Pursuit of Flight my Frostburn Weird. It has a high toughness naturally, so it's less dangerous to put it on there against blue-red. Now hopefully this gets rid of Lava Crew. It's possible that he's just kind of flooded as well. But then again, he discarded a spell to my Assassin Strike, so it's really hard to tell. The Detain isn't too bad because he still needs to find a way to deal with Frostburn Weird, which might be pretty difficult for him. Drawing another creature would be nice. Okay. And the key rune is okay. It's not great, but it's okay. So now we just drop the key rune and use it to get in with Frostburn Weird for a ton of damage. That's 5. But I really want to do more than that. I don't think it's a problem if the Stealer hits us again. I think it's more important to make sure that all of our creatures are lethal next turn. And Dead Reveler is still a very good blocker for Stealer of Secrets. And him drawing a card isn't the end of the world, so that's interesting. We might be dying here, but he needs a lot more than that. Because, well, he either needs something to deal us 5, which is more than 2 multicolor spells, or he's just dead. Yeah, okay, so he deals 5 to us. Good game, I guess. Don't think we have that many cards to board in. Gutter Snipe doesn't seem good. Trader's Instinct might have some merits, but only in some corner cases. I think I like our deck as it is, with the enchantments as well, in particular with the enchantments. We only have to be aware of Void Wielder. And that's not the best hand, but the Chainwalker makes it keepable. And let's hope that he doesn't stop it too early. And here I feel we just have to Augur Spree, otherwise we aren't getting anywhere with this game. Once again I should have dropped the mountain, because if I draw Frostburn Weird it would be better to have the have double red in play. Paralyzing Grasp is unfortunate, of course. Very good answer to what we are trying to do here. Now, doesn't look very good anymore, but on the other hand he isn't doing much either, so... Oh well, he's pursuing a flight. That's kind of bad. So... It looks like we have to get in with Frostburn Weird, but then he just blocks with his own, which doesn't really accomplish anything for us. Now let's just see if we can draw out of this mess. And it doesn't look like we are drawing anything too amazing to stop the Stealer now. Hopefully we can draw into Assassin's Strike. That sounds like the best card we could draw here, and to still give us a shot. And that's exactly what we were looking for. Now, it's unlikely that I need the land in play. If he has a Syncopate, it doesn't do anything anyway. And we can't counter that, so yeah, nothing we can do. Okay, that's it. Couldn't beat the Izzet deck. Game 1 he burned us out, and this game was won by Paralyzing Grasp and the fact that he had 2 Frostburn Weirds and an Augur Spree to stop us pretty effectively. I think that our deck was good, and it showed some of the things that a more curve-oriented Rakdos deck is capable of, because we can still make our creatures very aggressive early on with the help of our auras, but cards like Perilous Shadow, Golgari Longlegs, and Spawn of Rixmadi are very threatening later on as well. So that's how I like to draft Rakdos these days. Sadly, it didn't quite work out, but I think still that was a fine result for what we had here. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, my name is Simon Götzen, recording Simon Says for MTGOacademy.com. See you next time.